What's up, Vape Fam? So we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to have us a little Vapey time vlog. There's a lot of stuff I picked up at the conventions that aren't going to get, full reviews because it's cotton or wire. It would just be hard to fill up a video about it. So we're going to kind of condense it all into one video, talk about the convention a little bit, maybe show you what's coming up review-wise. We're going to start things off with this cotton candy cotton collection that I got from Vapor at Vapefest Vegas. This stuff has been awesome. I've been using it in everything. It replaced, like, cotton bacon's gone. The Japanese cottons that I've been using are gone. I've got a big roll of cotton from work that I've been using, and it's replaced all of those. It's super fluffy, but it's really dense. Holds juice really, really well. The wick time, it wicks up fast because it is still a really fluffy cotton, even though it's condensed. It comes in this 6-foot roll. As you can see, I've used up quite a bit of it. I've given some away to let people try it. Everybody's been loving it. The only downside of this cotton is it does have a little bit longer break-in time. It took substantially longer than a lot of the other cotton that I used, but I will give up a little bit of break-in time for good performance. And this stuff, I whipped once for VPX and it lasted all weekend. It still burned off bright white, cleaned out, easy. It's been fantastic. It's been performing great, so keep that one in mind. I will link to Vapor so that you can find it from the people that I got it from. The next thing is Mad Rabbit wire's been around. You've probably heard of them. Their NI90 now comes in smaller sizes, so I did pick some of this up. I did make some fused claptons with it, and this stuff really performs well. It colors beautifully, so if you're a builder and you want a good color shot, pick some of this up. I mean, without even trying, I was getting really bright blues and purples and some greens in there. It didn't even clean the coils or anything right after building them. Just heated them up, fired them up to see what it would do, and it colored almost immediately. I believe he said that these go all the way to 40 gauge now, so you can get NI90 all the way to 40 gauge. So that's something to keep in mind. Big shout out to him. He was a great guy. Great wire. The NI90 is just, I've been loving it. It's really been great for fused claptons. So moving on, we've got so much juice, just so much juice from the conventions. So much juice. This is going to be a little bit tough if you're not looking for a lot of juice. You just might want to skip ahead a little bit, but we'll start off with these. These were from, I'll make sure I get the distributors right, Flavor Vapors, I believe, is who these were from. Nothing But Muffins and Good God. And Nothing But Muffins, I believe, is a 4-flavor line, and this one is the lemon poppy seed muffin, and it was awesome. And you can actually taste poppy seed in it. It's crazy. But the other one is Good God. It's another line that they carry. It's like an ice cream line. The strawberry one was very much like My Man, but with a little less chocolate and more strawberry, which I kind of preferred. This one is their pistachio ice cream, and it is killer. It was really, really good. But they have a lot of lines, and I didn't want to pick all of them up and do reviews on all of them, so we got those. They also carry Mob liquids, and I managed to get a bandana from them, so hooray. Well, no, that's on the floor now. So, after that, we've got Haze Vapor Company from Austin, Texas. And these guys, this juice really surprised me. So, these are they make their own flavor extracts from like natural ingredients. So they have these really, really natural flavors to them. The Citrus Sunrise is like the closest to real life lemonade that I've ever vaped. And the Vanilla Berry was just, it's so natural tasting. It's just straight up berries with a hint of vanilla, and it is really smooth. It's not harsh at all. The citrus still has that citrusy kick because it's, citrus, but it tasted perfect. It was spot on. Really enjoyed it. So shout out to them. Again, they've got a 4-flavor line. I picked up 2 of them, so I don't see myself doing a full line review anywhere in the immediate future, but maybe down the road. Maybe I'll pick up the other ones. I believe one was like an Andes Mint, and I forget what the 4th one was off the top of my head. I'm sorry. So moving along, there was another juice company that's been around for a while. This one is actually from VPX. Those other two were from VapeFest. This was from Vaped Asia. Vaped Asia's been around a little while. I was in love with their killer custard for the longest time. They make these, a pink lemonade and a blackberry lemonade, and they come in these little boxes. And the blackberry lemonade is just superb. The pink lemonade's good, but the blackberry is just fantastic. I picked up Council of Vapor Vengeance Tank. I don't know where it is. There's too much stuff over here. Council of Vapor Vengeance Tank, and this is all that's been in there. I just pick it up. Have a nice little blackberry lemonade vape. Outstanding. Really good juice. There was another juice at the VPX show from Mod Fuel that was really, really stellar, and I was a little bit surprised because Mod Fuel's been around a little while and I've tried all their flavors before and I've kind of moved on past them. A lot of people still really like them, and that's fine too. And just hold on a second. And they were promoting a new line that they've got coming up, and I forget exactly what it's called, but it's basically Hubba Bubba Gum, and it was spot on. The grape and the watermelon especially were just, it was just like a piece of Hubba Bubba Gum, and it was so good. It was probably one of my biggest surprises of the show that they were coming out with this new line, and it was that good. It was just fantastic. Everybody loved it. They were ranting and raving about it. But they didn't have any to give away. They didn't have any for sale yet. I think they were estimating somewhere around a month from now, from last weekend. So you're going to have to wait a little bit on that, but it is really, really good. And if you see it, give it a shot. You're going to enjoy it. It was outstanding. My line of VPX is actually going to go to a company called Cream Supreme. They make a 6-flavor line. I've got all 6. Oops. I've got all 6. They were doing a $30 sample pack where you get all 6 and 30 ml bottles. Great deal, so I picked up one of every flavor. They are 6 different flavors of basically cream soda. So there's vanilla, strawberry, banana, orange, blueberry, and my personal favorite, ginger ale. It is so good. It is so unique. It is a very different vape altogether. I love juice lines that really do something different. You know, everybody's got a strawberry and custard vape. Everybody's got a pink lemonade or just lemonade. But ginger ale, this is the first time I've had a ginger ale vape, and it is really good. It doesn't have that bite that normal ginger ale has, though, so it is more of like a ginger ale mixed with the cream soda. It has that sweetness and a little bit of vanilla kick in the end. But it has been really good, so big shout out to them. I had to buy the line. I loved it. It was so good. But my one flavor of the show, if I had to pick one flavor, it's this berry boba tea by Royal. This stuff, man, this stuff is addictive. I have vaped, I don't know, 20 mils of it since Sunday, which maybe it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you saw the pile of juice that I ended up with at the show, that is an absurd amount of one flavor. I've just been tearing through it. I'm going to have to order more here soon. It has been so good. Oh, man, the rest of the line was good too, but this one just stood head and shoulders above everything else there. It was so good. They have a little bonus thing that they do where inside the pack is a little playing card, and if you collect the Royal Flush on the back there, then you get a $5,000 cash prize. But all I got was like a 7. Doesn't help me. So yeah, a good little, they had a really interesting setup there too. They had a whole like poker table set up, and people were playing with chips, and they were having a good time. It was a really good show. It was a really good really good show by them. But this juice is fantastic. If you ever get a chance to try berry boba tea, try it. If you see it somewhere, order it. It's just been really good. driproyal.com. I'll try and post links to all of these so that you can find them if you are so inclined. I want to talk about, it's all the way over there. Give me 1 second. Alright, I grabbed it. It should have been sitting over here in the first place. Let me have a little rip on this real quick, and then we will... Actually, we're going to talk about the channel first and where it's going, and then we will take a look at this giant copper baton that you're about to see. Ta-da. Alright, so the channel first. We're right on the edge of 500 subscribers, so thank you guys very, very much for that. Your subscriptions, your likes, your comments. It's been a lot of fun. It's going to keep going. There's a lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of stuff in the mail even. At 500 subscribers, we will do this month's giveaway. There's going to be 5 items given away instead of the usual 2. And they will be, well, I'll show you in a minute what's coming up. I am trying to get together what I'm calling a roundtable review, which I'm going to try and do once a month. Getting together with a couple of my buddies who run a vape shop, compete in cloud comps, who are builders. We'll sit around, we'll talk about our favorite mods, favorite juices, favorite things like that. That, like I said, will probably be a once a month thing. I'm going to try and do one this month if I can get everybody on board for it. It should give you some new perspectives on things, some stuff that maybe you're interested in that I haven't covered or just didn't get time to get to. It'll be kind of like this, where it's more relaxed, less cutting, less editing, more just sitting around talking, telling you guys what we're working with, what we're vaping on, that kind of thing, what our mod of the month is, whatever. There are more conventions coming up, but I probably will not be at any until May, when the one in the Expo in PA is going on. Then another one in July down in Columbus, Ohio. So it's going to slow down a little bit in terms of conventions. There is convention footage from VPX. There is not much from Vegas. Vegas got really distracting. It was really hard to sit in a room and vape all day when it was 80 degrees out and there's so much to see. So I did still spend a good amount of time there. I spent 3 days at VPX in Detroit, and that was a blast. People were fun. The crowds are huge. So if you want to see footage of that, I can throw together a clip. But it's, it's a big fogged out exhibition hall. Lots of people, really loud. I can't even really put the concert footage in there because music and royalties and all of that. But if you want to see it, I'll put it in there as best I can without the music. If you guys ever have any questions, comments, ideas for the channel, videos like this, throw it in the comments. Let me know. Especially if there's something you want to see or there's an item coming up that you want to review. We've got the Tsunami RDA coming, the Blue-Eyed Goon RDA coming, the Movkin Disguisers coming. That one looks really interesting. So, yeah, if there's something you want to see, something you want to know about, my information, my Facebook, Instagram, my email, are in the About section on this YouTube channel. You can just scroll over there, contact me, let me know, or throw something in the comments. Whatever you want to do. So, without further ado, let's get to this giant copper baton. This thing is beat to hell. By beat to hell I mean tarnished like crazy because it goes with me everywhere, and I haven't had a chance to clean it because I've been gone for like 2 weeks in Vegas and Detroit. So it is messy, it is tarnished up. This thing does actually have a beautiful copper glow to it when it is polished up, that nice orange coppery glow. This is the BCM Stacked. It is a tube mod, it is a series tube mod, and it is 26 650s. So it is 2 stacked up 26 650s, positive to negative. The same basic rules apply for series. Build a little bit higher, keep your battery safety within keep your battery limitations within mind, and vape safely. I have fused Claptons in here. They ohmed out around 0.28. 0.28. It is a 30mm Buddha 2 on here, Buddha Z, Buddha V2. So it makes it look like a big copper tube, which it already was. The switch itself is a magnetic switch. It is silver plated contact. You can see a couple little arc marks on there, and it does have this nice insulator that is reverse threaded. So keep that in mind should you pick one up. Spinning it clockwise will actually bring it out. Spinning it counterclockwise will actually spin it down into the housing. The threads are not as beefy as some mech mods I've seen, but they work. I mean, I haven't had any issues with them. No rattle once everything's adjusted, and the vape is just fantastic. Awesome series vape with good long battery life, which is what I love about this thing. Like I said, it goes with me like everywhere I go. It is a hybrid mod as well, so keep that in mind when you're shopping for an RDA for it. I don't believe they make the 30mm version anymore. I know they still got some 18650s and splatter versions, I believe. The 30mm 26650 version, I just wanted it for longer battery life, and because every time you go to a show, somebody's got to see it, somebody wants to like try it out, hold it, touch it. It's an attention getter from across the room. My VCM actually fits inside of this with the glacier on it. It's ridiculous. So, fantastic vape. Vapors Cloud, they keep coming out with some crazy stuff. They've got really crazy stuff coming out. A 600 watt regulated mod, a top airflow version of the VCM Tea, 30mm version of the X1, a copper version of the Piglet, which is their series box. Just crazy stuff keeps coming out from them, and my wallet is hurting a little bit for it, but loving their stuff so far. The magnets in this are also really strong, but not like old school magnet strong where everything sticks to it from, you know, halfway across the room. It's a really reliable button. I haven't had any hang-ups with it, no sticking issues. You can tear it all apart, clean it. I need to clean this whole thing. So let's go ahead and we'll move on into the hardware that's coming up. Stuff that you're going to see soon, to give you a little taste of what's to come. I'm going to set that over there. I will probably vape it a little bit more in a minute. The Arctic Dolphin is the ADT 210TC is actually what the mod is. It's made by Arctic Dolphin. That mod is, the video is already recorded. It will probably go up right after this one the next day. It's a 210 watt device. It does have temp control. It does fire down to 0.06. So the review's coming for that, so I will skip over that, and we will talk about the mouse tank from CCI, Cloud Chasers Inc. I picked this up. I've really been enjoying it. What do I have in here? The 0.2. The 0.2 ohm coil says it goes up to 120 watts. At 120, I got a little bit of a dry hit here and there. At 110 seems to be the sweet spot for flavor and not dry hitting. And I was only getting dry hits at like the tail end of the pull, so it still wasn't too bad. And I have Boba Tea in here, and I am loving that. The top fill feature is really unique. It is one of two tanks I have coming up that fills the same way, where you just push down, turn it a little bit counterclockwise, and the lid pops off. You just pop a new one on there. This one does have a 510 cap, so that you can run a 510 on it. I guess it would still be a cap. I've had no leaking issues with it. It's been vaping great at, like I said, 110 watts even. No issues, no concerns. And we will give you a closer look at this when we do the review here, probably either the end of this week, beginning of next week. So let's move along. The next one to take a look at is going to be the Hester RDTA from Cthulhu Mods, and these companies just love tongue twisters. So this one is an RTA that has side airflow, and you can actually see the coils through the airflow slot. I mean, they're right there. I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera. It has a really unique fill method where you just grab this ring right here around the chuff cap and pull up, and that's it. There's a fill hole right there. Comes with a little needle bottle, so if you use big wide glass tip drippers, you can just fill this up, squeeze it in there, and push the cap back down and vape away. It's got a nice build deck. I've got the 26 gauge parallel Canthal build that I run in the Noisy Cricket video in here, so I am vaping it on a series box. What does it say? Oh, there it goes. I am vaping it on a series box. It just takes a minute to click over. All in all, it's been great. No leaking issues to speak of. Wick's really easy, and we will show you more of this when we go up close with it in the review. Okay, so last upcoming one is actually what's going to be our 500 subscriber giveaway, and it is this, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Skyla-Tank, whatever it's called by Freemax. It's a ceramic coil tank, and it surprised the living hell out of me, because I'll show you when we do the breakdown, but the juice holes are really, really tiny, and I thought I was not going to like it. I thought it wasn't going to keep up. This is also on a series box. No dry hits yet to date. I have ran the Clapton coils in it as well. They perform at a lower wattage range, or like 50 to 60 watts, somewhere in that ballpark. The airflow is a little bit tight. I would expect it to be a little more open, considering it's got these massive Cyclops airflow slots, but it is still a little bit tight. It does come with a really unique rebuildable section, so there's that to look forward to. The drip tip does come off, make it a little bit more, normal height. It is a rather tall tank. It also has that same fill style where you push down, turn it about a quarter turn counterclockwise, pull up, and then you have your fill ports right there on top. Another tank I've really been enjoying. Like I said, it really surprised me because these juice holes are tiny, but it's been wicking like a champ. It hasn't had any problems. The flavor's there, so see more of that in the review and giveaway when we get to it. I think that about wraps it up for what I have coming up. Like I said, there's things coming. Probably starting next week they'll start showing up. I have other things that are still going to get reviewed in the meantime, in between, so there won't be any downtime, there won't be any lag in between videos. It'll be back to the normal 2 to 3 videos a week that I was doing before. There is still tons and tons of juice from the convention, so if you guys want to see more juice reviews, please let me know. I will probably end up reviewing that Cream Supreme line because it is really, really good. There's a lot of interesting flavors there that really just deserve the attention. I think that about wraps it up. I would highly recommend you guys get involved with like CASA, things like that, organizations for vaping advocacy. Especially with everything that's going on right now with California, Indiana, and the precedents it's going to set for other states, the way it's going to impact the industry itself. So keep that in mind. It's really easy to get involved. It doesn't require anything but a few minutes to sign up and do the paperwork online, the website. All in all, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Like, subscribe like you've been doing. It's been great. We've been having a really good time. The channel's been growing really, really fast, faster than I expected. I expected to be at 500 more in like mid-summer, and we're hitting it in March, which is fantastic. Thank you guys very much. So yeah, like, subscribe, comments, questions. I told you how to get a hold of me. The About page will tell you, email, Facebook, Instagram. I hope to see you guys again soon. Till then, keep on vaping, fam.